Good morning, South Middle School. Today is Tuesday, December 8th. It is the 55th day of our school year. The weather today is predicted to be about the same as yesterday. Cool, only rising to 34 degrees, it looks like, for the high. It's going to be cloudy to start with those clouds breaking up over the afternoon, and it looks like it's going to be clear and cold overnight. We have no birthday greetings this morning. Please rise and recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now a moment of silence. Thank you very much. This week is there's a fairly recent tradition in the last decade or so of having an hour of code in the month of December, a challenge, an annual challenge for kids to try out coding as a new skill that you can learn, and that's sort of expanded into a week of code, which happens to be this year, this week. Tomorrow, the Wednesday assignment that I push out is going to be related to this. It's going to be a challenge to work with artificial intelligence and see if you can teach a machine how to think like a human. So that's your challenge. If you are interested in exploring some coding lessons during this week, and you don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can start today. There's several websites that will help with this. One example would be if you go onto Khan Academy, they have a coding series of lessons that you can try it out, and you'll see within the hour of code, within the very first hour, you can really learn a lot of different skills. Another website that does this is code.org. And I know that that's the one that Mrs. Sharkey Jordan has used in classes in the past, is code.org, if you type that in. So this is a good week to try something new, perhaps tomorrow, but certainly every day this week. If you put in an hour every day this week, you'd be amazed by the end of the week what you're able to get your computer to create. So that's my invitation to you, if not a challenge to you, during the week of code. We do have an update from the Community Service Club. Now remember, this is the last week for the Community Service Club food drive to support the Braintree Food Pantry. So this is your last week to bring in items for the homeroom competition. Of course, if you bring in a few late items, I'm sure Mrs. Norris will make sure that those get to the food pantry as well. And they're happy to take donations throughout the year. But at this point, the homeroom challenge is off and running. In third place right now, Mrs. Sahaki has entered the race. Her homeroom has 71 items donated, which is a big jump from last week, too. That was actually the number one spot last week. This is 71 items. Mr. Casey is still keeping, his homeroom is still keeping them in the running there. He had a big donation last week, and he has 94 items donated. But in first place, in the lead still, is Miss Norris with 146 items donated. That's excellent. So remember, they're looking for, obviously, non-perishable foods, but most urgently right now, they're looking for paper goods, paper towels, toilet paper, sponges, household cleaning items, things like that, to be brought in. Make sure that if they are in a package, that those packages remain unopened, please. I know it seems like an easy way to run up the count on items if you open up a multi-pack, but the food pantry obviously needs everything to be closed up so that they can get that off to needy families. And thank you very much. I mean, that challenge is excellent. It's going really well. So we're getting a lot of items donated, and that's a great way for every member of South to contribute in some way to the community. With that in mind, remember today to be good to yourself, take care of each other, and take care of your school.